You really have to see to believe the things that are happening on Fox News from all sorts of people who just cannot cope with the reality that Donald Trump has lost. And it's actually starting to get hilarious because of how stupid and cultish it is. Let's go through a few clips. It'll be a whirlwind tour of the last day or two on Fox News. This is really great. Here is Fox News anchor Ainsley Earhardt on yesterday morning's Fox and Friends episode. She's sort of begrudgingly saying, I guess that guy they're sort of calling the president-elect, Joe Biden, the petulance, the stubbornness, it's just palpable here. Listen to this.
And Steve Doocy's son, Peter, who has been on the campaign trail, and now he's with what they're calling the president-elect Biden.
What they are calling president-elect Biden. Isn't that just a delight? They can't cope. They just can't. It's stunning, the inability to just accept that they've lost. And then after, of course, earlier this week, the electors in all 50 states voting, officially giving Joe Biden the status of president-elect, not media designated anymore, but elector designated president-elect. On Wednesday night, Trump, White House press secretary and senior advisor to the Trump campaign, Kayleigh McEnany, appeared on Fox News and just wildly accused the courts of gimmickry tricks. I don't know if she meant gimmicky tricks. Gimmickry is a word. It's unclear if she's actually using it the right way. Anyway, Kayleigh just can't take anything, including the fact that courts recognize that every single one of the 50 claims that the Trump campaign has made are without merit. Take a look.
Here's what they did, Sean. Here was the clever little trick, and it happened in Nevada. When the claims were brought beforehand, when we warned and said, hey, mass mail-in voting is a problem, we brought these claims to a court of law. They said, hey, your claim's not right. Come back after the election. We bring it after the election to the same court, and they say laches, which is a legal doctrine saying your claim is too late. It can't not be ripe and then be too late. Those are the kind of gimmickry tricks that happened, and we've got to try to fix this because 2022 is on the line, 2024.
She just can't handle it, and she will never stop. Some have jumped ship. Some of the rats have abandoned the ship. Kayleigh is committed to going down with the ship. And by gimmickry, I guess she means civil procedure, due process, constitutional elections, democracy, the will of the people. That's now called gimmickry to Kayleigh McEnany. Then we move on to a sitting senator, Republican Senator Rand Paul, yesterday morning, also on Fox and Friends, saying without a shred of irony whatsoever that the election was absolutely stolen by Joe Biden from Donald Trump.
You think the election was stolen, you tweeted out?
Absolutely. I think there's a great deal of fraud.
50 court decisions won't convince him. Statistical analyses won't convince him. He will insist no matter what that it was stolen. And of course, he golfs with Trump, and I don't think that the personal relationship with Trump should be ignored here, at least as part of the reason why Rand Paul is saying this stuff. Here's another insane one. This is a different Fox News show, and it's Republican Congressman Ken Buck. Ken Buck is so unable to cope with what's going on that he is calling for an investigation into Hunter Biden, possibly even criminal charges against not only Hunter Biden, but even Joe Biden as well.
American people are fed up with corruption in Washington, D.C. I think they're fed up with people selling their office for personal gain, and that's exactly what it appears President-elect Biden did. And if he didn't do it, we need to have a special counsel to clear the air. It's the special counsel that should be answering the questions, just like Special Counsel Mueller investigated President Trump and cleared him. If President-elect Biden is cleared, so be it. If he's not cleared, we need to make sure that we proceed with criminal charges against Hunter Biden and, if necessary, against Joe Biden when he leaves office.
Buck can't even get his facts straight, or maybe more likely he doesn't care about the facts. Robert Mueller did not clear Donald Trump. Robert Mueller actually says in plain language he cannot clear Trump on obstruction. And if he could clear Trump on obstruction, he would have said, I can clear Trump on obstruction. and Ken Buck going off into fantasy land. Now, here's my question for you. Is this more sad or infuriating? Or is it both? And I'm leaning towards it's both. Like it is infuriating that these people are in positions of power. It's infuriating that these people hold the bully pulpit and set the agenda on media and all of that. And maybe I'm too, one of the things that we know about the right is they are completely unempathetic until something affects them directly. Maybe I'm too empathetic, but I find it sad to see adults behaving in this way, just completely unable to cope with what is a political loss here. And I think over the next, there's kind of three time frames that I'm looking at. It's the next few weeks until January 20. What do we see on right-wing media and from Republicans during that period of time? Then what do we see during the first few months of the Joe Biden presidency? And then what will right-wing media sort of settle into for the duration of Biden's term? And my expectation is, again, it depends on what Trump will do and how visible Trump will be in continuing to foment this insanity. But I think Republicans and right-wing media will get back to all the normal playbook. Thinly veiled anti-Semitic tropes, as we saw from Tucker Carlson yesterday, pretending to care about the debt and deficit, all of the normal stuff that we've come to see from them. Curious to hear from you. I want to let you know that our sponsor, Vincero Watches, is having a massive holiday sale on all of their products right now, and you can take advantage of it by going to davidpakman.com/watch. A brand new high quality wristwatch really is the perfect way to add something fresh to your style, whether it's for you or a gift for someone else. Vincero is a brand that has a serious dedication to the craft of watchmaking, which is really evident when you look closely at their watches. I wear Vincero watches myself. Lately, I've been wearing one from their Icon Automatic collection. It's the mesh matte black watch, and I love the sleek, minimalist design. Their watches are actually sold at a fair price. Their mission has always been to make a wristwatch from high-end materials, but one that everyday people can afford. And that's why they have over 25,000 five-star reviews, because you won't find a better made watch for this great of a price anywhere else. You can get big holiday discounts on all of their products right now and free shipping when you go to davidpakman.com/watch. I've put the link right underneath this video.